And the more I've spoken about feminism, the more I have realized that fighting for women's rights has too often become synonymous with man-hating. If there is one thing I know for certain, it is that this has to stop. For the record, feminism, by definition, is the belief that men and women should have equal rights and opportunities. It is the theory of the political, economic, and social equality of the sexes.
Are you a feminist?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
I would say that I am a supporter of feminists and their cause. I've never considered myself a feminist. That's the first time I've ever been asked. I would consider myself a feminist.
Hell no, no.
Absolutely, yeah.
I am.
Not really.
I'm not a feminist.
Yes, in some sort of way, yeah.
Women earn 78 cents for every dollar a man makes. Only 17% of the seats in Congress are held by women. Although 48% of law students graduate and 45% of law firm associates are female, women make up only 22% of federal level and 26% of state level judgeships. Despite previous attempts to ratify a UN treaty guaranteeing the elimination of all forms of discrimination against women, the U.S. refuses to support an international bill of rights for women signed by nearly every other nation on the planet.
Hey, Erin.
Hi.
Show me what it looks like to run like a girl.
That's like hair. Oh, God.
Show me what it looks like to fight like a girl. Now throw like a girl.
Aww.
What have women been told they can't do?
Over the years, women have been told they can't get good jobs because they have to stay home and take care of their husbands and kids. They can't have control over their own bodies. That's the government's property. And a lot of the times they're told that they can't do or have anything because of their gender.
Throughout history, women have been told they can't do basically everything. Don't think for yourself. You can't make money. You can't leave the house. You're basically property.
I'm not actually sure.
Lots of things depending on the time and place, but my all-time favorite is don't walk alone at night or you might get raped. Because it was me who invited the rapist along, ?
They can't make good money at a job. They can't make a difference in the world. They can't lead a country.
Throughout history, can't vote, can't be doctors, can't be professionals. Even in the United States, there's a strong sort of traditional female movement amongst conservatives, so, that women shouldn't work, that they should focus on their roles as mothers.
I decided that I was a feminist, and this seemed uncomplicated to me. But my recent research has shown me that feminism has become an unpopular word. Women are choosing not to identify as feminist.
Why do you think some people think that feminism is a bad thing?
I think some people may fear strong, assertive women. I think that's all it is. People fear that. They're intimidated by that. And when you don't have a stereotypical quiet woman who's just going to sit in the corner and all of a sudden has a personality and she's asserting herself in society, that could intimidate some people. And the more you're around it, the less intimidating it does become. And it just becomes a way of life.
I think that since we live in such a patriarchal society, we're so used to seeing men in power. And a lot of people think that feminism is women taking power, and it's not at all. It's the sharing of power.
I think really the people who are scared of feminism are people who don't understand it, for one, and don't understand what it stands for, and also people who really are bad people at heart. You know, they're the ones who are rapists, and they're ones who put down women and believe that they shouldn't have a place among people, and those people are bad.
A lot of people think feminists, when they hear the word feminist, they think, oh, they hate men, butch lesbian, like they hate men.
Contrary to popular belief, feminism has nothing to do with belittling men. In fact, feminism does not support sexism against either gender. Feminism works towards equality, not female superiority.
Do you think feminists hate men?
I think some do, but I really couldn't tell you, but maybe some don't, maybe some do.
And that's, I think, more just like an extreme point of view, but that's not what they're talking about. Like, it's not.
Nope, it's not a requirement of the membership.
Some feminists do, but a real feminist doesn't hate men.
No, absolutely not.
Feminism is a changing of gender roles, sexual norms, and sexist practices that limit you and punish you whenever you deviate from them. Men who are more feminine or support women's rights are typically labeled as gay.
Do you think men can be feminists?
I absolutely do think men can be feminists.
Do you think that would make them appear gay?
Yes.
Does that make them appear gay?
No.
No, I can't see that happening.
So if there was a man who was a feminist, would that make him appear gay?
No, it wouldn't make them appear gay. It would just surprise me, because why would you think that you weren't good enough when someone was better than them? They would just appear as less confident to me, I suppose.
Yes, men can be feminist. If treating women equally with respect makes you gay and being gay is a bad thing for men, then we have a super big problem on our hands. Oh wait, it was the same problem we had before.
Men can and should be feminists, because there are certain things that will benefit them as well, you know, like all these stereotypes regarding masculinity and what men should be, like don't show emotion, don't be weak, because we associate emotions and weakness with being women. And so I think if the world stopped hating women less, then more people would understand that masculinity is just as stupid as the inequalities against feminists.
So that wouldn't make men appear gay if they were feminist?
The whole idea that male feminists are gay is pretty stupid, because I think every male should be a feminist, because it benefits them too. And like the idea that you're gay if you support women's rights, like that doesn't even make any sense to me.
Men, I would like to take this opportunity to extend your formal invitation. Gender equality is your issue too.
Does feminism benefit men?
Yes, absolutely. In a world where everyone is equal, there's going to be less hate, less prejudice, and people are going to have more opportunities to be themselves.
Yes, it provides options for boys and men who don't want to be hypermasculine stereotypes. Feminism provides a route for men away from so many dangerous ways that boys and men are required to prove their masculinity through fighting, drinking, violence, homophobia, racism, and more.
Kind of. So they're like, because women can do like the same things men can, so it's balancing out their work, I guess.
In the end, a lot of problems that arise when discussing feminism can be solved by young people being more educated on the topic.
Do you think high school students should be more educated on feminism?
I think high school students and everybody could stand for a little bit more education on feminism. It's hard to pinpoint exactly what feminism is. A lot of people are intimidated by that, so maybe with a little bit of education you would lose that stigma and it would just become a regular part of society.
I think so. I mean, I think I try in my history classes to focus on women's history, but I do think that that high school students should know more about what feminism is about, but I also recognize that it's a bit of a hard sell to teenagers.
Yes, we all need to be more educated on feminism. I teach about feminism all day long in university and see the difference it makes in the lives of my students, even if they only take one course. I've seen girls leave abusive relationships and young adults come out to their parents. I also teach future high school student teachers. A lot of them would love to teach about feminism in their science classes, gender study classes, French, English, geography classes in elementary and high school placements. The gender studies curriculum exists and we need to use it.
Women were proud to be feminists then.
Nothing should be stopping you now.
Please, won't you be a feminist?